Hey everybody, Michelle with Michelle's Frugal Living here, and thanks for watching my videos. And today I'm going to be talking about should you hand over your Rite Aid card first, or should you hold on to it and give it to them after everything else is scanned? And if the cashier knows what they're doing, and it's easy enough for you to prompt the cashier and train your cashiers, because that's what I've had to do, then it doesn't matter if they scan your card first or last, okay? And I know that there are a lot of cashiers who refuse to scan your card last because that's the way they've been trained. The card gets scanned first, and then they scan the items. And that isn't anything against you. It's the way that Rite Aid wants them to do it, because there's numerous reasons, but a lot of times if you wait until the end, then you forget to give them your card at all, right? And that's a big problem. So I have other instructional videos about how to coupon at Rite Aid, covering all kinds of topics. I have them all linked up in a playlist. It's called Rite Aid What to Know. And if you just click on my YouTube name, it'll take you over to my homepage, and just scroll down a little bit and you'll see the playlist there. I also have a general playlist for new couponers. If you just want to learn about very basic things about couponing, that playlist is right there at the top of the list. Okay, so let me just go through the procedure if you're scanning your card last. So items get scanned, then the coupons get scanned, then you scan your card, and then on the little the credit card machine, it says yes or no, do you want to pay? So you pick yes, I want to pay with the bonus cash. And then the cashier, here's the thing, the cashier has a message pops up on their screen, and all that message is that you made your choice, yes or no, to use bonus cash, okay? So they have to clear that message off. So they're going to touch their screen one time. Then, in order to pay with the bonus cash, there's this big green button over on the left bottom of their screen that is for using your bonus cash. So then your cashier is going to push that button, it applies your bonus cash, okay? So that's if you scan your card last. Now, let's just say a simple little transaction. If you have $5 in bonus cash, and the card gets scanned first, you say yes to using bonus cash. The cashier clears that message off. They scan their items. They cost $20, let's say. And you have $8 in coupons, so that leaves you owing $12. And then the cashier pushes the big green button to pay with your $5 of bonus cash. That takes you down to $7. So you say, well, yeah, that's just what happens to me all the time. That's no big deal. But let me show you the scenario where the problem comes in. Let's say you got a lot more bonus cash, $50 in bonus cash, right? So they scan the card, and then you got that message, you're going to use your points or not, and you pick yes. The cashier then clears the message off of the screen, but at that point they can go, do we scan the items, or do they push the big green button? And what happens is, a lot of times the cashier is like, oh, they said yes, they want to use bonus cash. They clear the message and they instantly push the big green button and applies your $50 in bonus cash. And then, so if they've done that, the cashier pushed the green button to pay, your $50 of bonus cash gets applied to be used, okay? They scan your items, $20 worth of items, your total zeroes out instantly, because you've got $50 already applied to pay for this transaction. They can't scan the coupons. The coupons will not knock off any bonus cash, because your bonus cash is already paid for everything. Okay? And I tell you what, once that big green button has been pushed to pay your bonus cash, you need to finish the transaction. You have to, or you're going to lose your bonus cash. I had that happen to me. I had them void a transaction after they had pushed the green button, and I lost all my bonus cash. I called customer service, and they said, just as a courtesy, they would give me my $20 back. and they did. They put it back on there. But you cannot void the transaction once they've pushed that green button, okay? So you don't want the cashier to do that. That's the problem, is if you have more bonus cash than what you're going to owe, okay? One way to get around that, I mean, this is really crazy, because you still have $30 more of bonus cash that would need to be applied. You could go get an expensive item. They have them right there behind the cash register. All that Nicorette gum is like, you know, $40 and whatnot. If they threw that on the transaction, then they could scan your coupons, okay? You have to get way above how much bonus cash you have. Scan your coupons, then have them void off that expensive Nicorette. They can void it off of the transaction. That way your coupons will stay on there, and then the bonus cash will just pay for the rest. And that's a little bit complicated. If you need to rewind my video and listen to me say that again, you can. But I had to do that before, okay? So, because eager cashiers pushing buttons. And that's where I had to learn that in the beginning when we started using bonus cash, that was the procedure to do. They need to hold off. They have to push the button to clear your message, the message that said you wanted to pay with points, but they don't want to use this. So what you want to have happen is scan the card, you say yes, the cashier clears that message off, and then they start scanning the items. They scan $20 of items, let's say. Then your coupons will scan. You owe $12. Then they can push the big green button to pay, and that'll zero it out, because in this scenario you've got $50 and it'll pay all 12. Okay? So see, the big difference here is in what the cashier does at this point. All right? And that's why a lot of people just prefer to have them scan the card last, if they can. That way there isn't any error. But really, the cashiers need to learn not to push that button until you're ready to pay. Okay? All right, I hope that explains it. I'll talk to you guys later.